about that. When I talk to Ryan about having the abilities like Herschel has and stuff like that, I don't want to know my own future too much, and I know that. So my own future hasn't worked out because I try not to create it. I try not to manipulate it, and I work it. I've submitted to God, and so I'm God's servant. So I'll work out for the best of the whole, and then when it works out for the best of all of us, it works out good for me. So, and I keep trying to use it to make something for me. I want to see my kids. I've been guided to and manipulated towards this woman, and I'd like to see a relationship there. And so I keep trying to use it to get something for me. So I'm trying to use it for me. And I know if it does work out for me, it works out well for all of us. So I have to focus on all of us, and then it will work out for me. And it doesn't necessarily, I really want to see my kiddos again, guys. I can't help but be attached to that. 2 years away from Emmy, Kate, and Noah, and Natty. And I don't even hardly know Crummy anymore. I mean, when I did, he came, I told you, he came into the world and he was perfect, 98th percentile and everything. And we were so worried because she didn't get good medical benefits because of what she did. But I'd always tried to make sure I bring her food and bring her as much as I could and all this stuff. And all the kids need to eat. She wanted the miscarriage baby or something like that. So she wasn't trying to eat and stuff like that. But I forced her to eat, did all this. And the only thing, she was losing teeth things, she was getting sick and all that, and her teeth things were eroding and all that, and then she didn't have any milk, she didn't produce any milk, because she was trying to malnourish him in the womb. And that's why Dr. Price said, when he went in there and she was breastfeeding him for the first week, and he wasn't getting any nourishment there either. And he said it was the worst case he'd ever seen, and he'd done volunteer work in third world countries. And I'm like, holy cow, Dr. Price, oh wow, because she came down yesterday and he was having it like he was not retaining. I thought he had like electrolyte imbalance, but he wasn't even pooping or peeing hardly. I was like, what was wrong? She's not getting anything out of her breast. She had to have known that, But she took him down and nobody knew it was wrong. So they took him down to Dr. Price in the morning. I took him down because I told her, I said, you go down to the hospital. She goes, I'm embarrassed. I wasn't. No, you go down and take him to that hospital before that baby dies. He's sick. He's losing weight. He's not gaining. They usually lose. I've never had a kid lose weight. So she took him down there and said, well, they couldn't find things, so they got a better pediatrician at the office. We had to go there first thing in the morning. So I got up early that morning, went up, scooped him up, got him all dressed. She had to work at McDonald's, and I took him down there. And he had told me what was going on. I was like, wow. So he gave me a whole big thing of formula. And I started putting it in him, and he was sitting there, and he just put that first bottle down, and he was working on his second on the way home. And he had that little look. When I took him home the first time, it was like, you saved me. You saved my life. That's the look he always gave me. That you're the reason I'm here. And then on the way back from that doctor's office, I carried his little body and carrying that backpack, the diaper bag with all his little bottles in it. He's just sucking down that formula. And he's looking at me like, you did it again. You saved me again. And he kept giving me that look, And then after that, we got along really great. We had this connection. He was like, you saved me. He knew it. He knew his mom wanted to abort him, took him to the abortion clinic, tried to do things diet-wise, Yorgi tried to give her these things about eating parsley, raw parsley, and all this stuff to try to have a spontaneous abortion. I mean, they tried everything. I was like, how do you eat and get a spontaneous? It's not good. No. I mean, it's the food. Maybe the parsley would reject it. I don't know. But I'm like, that's just weird. Old Bulgarian wives' tales on how to have an abortion. I thought she was nuts. She was making herself sick, too. And I was like, this woman is just wacko. When I was just so funny because the Mormon church, Lynette and Bishop Manwaring were leading prayer groups, not for this baby to be aborted. They didn't want her to abort the baby. And we didn't get our taxes back in time. And then when we went down there and we went down to the abortion clinic, I didn't want to do it. I'm like the whole time asking God, why do you don't want to be any part of this? Why is this happening to me? I didn't get her pregnant. Now I have to get all my money together, go down there, drive her down to an abortion clinic, and have her perform this abortion. And I don't want to be a part of this. I mean, if she needs to get her tubes tied. I was just pissed. We got down there, and then I talked to this couple with, the girl was sitting there, and she was getting an abortion because she was with a guy that was abusive. She was with her ex-husband who was in a wheelchair, who had lost his leg and knees, and she couldn't get the other guy to go down there with him, so he had to do it for her. Because he was always there for her, and he was always protecting and take care of her because he was the dad of her first kid. And they were there, and I was consoling them and saying, you won't make this mistake again. And she goes, you know who your real man is in your life? She's, yeah. I don't know if it lasted, but it was nice to talk to him because he was a really neat kid, and she was too. He hated to be there too. And I was like, I don't want to do this. I didn't get her pregnant. She was out messing around. I wouldn't If this was my kid, I wouldn't do it. I'm sorry. He goes, I wouldn't either, but this is what the case we're in, and she can't financially support it. And hit that guy in her life, if he keeps her in his life and has a child in there, he'll just make her life miserable. So they have to do this, or otherwise. That's what they were telling me. I was like, that's just horrible too, because of extortion and exploitation, and they'd always have that brutal guy tied to her life because of money that they would demand from him, and so on and so forth. So we eliminate exploitation and extortion. That's going to eliminate a lot of this bullshit, a lot of abortions, a lot of rational births, and a lot of people seeking comfort in sex and things like that. So we'll manage our reproduction and our sexuality a lot better, and our Planned Parenthood will be a lot more intelligent, especially if we teach people that it involves emotions and feelings, and that sexuality can involve having children and being the rest of your life with this person that you have a child with and being tied to them mentally and emotionally and genetically, because you have a genetic link between that, not money. Money has nothing to do with shit. Money's not real. So, sorry guys, I'm more intelligent than most of you. You're finally figuring this out, I hope. So, he came back out and she said, I'm too far along and he won't commit, no one here will, perform the abortion. They're not allowed to. I was looking at them both and they're like, and I'm like, I didn't have to. So I go back, she's all pissed at me because I'm in a good mood and I'm singing and I got the radio playing, we didn't have to kill the baby. Yay! I mean, an abortion is one thing. No, I'm sorry. Hey, look, if it's not a form of birth control, guys. If you go out like a bimbo, get drunk and get fucked by some guy and end up pregnant and then you get an abortion, you're killing your brain cells and then you're killing the baby no, I mean, just stop getting drunk and fucking. What if you get condoms? I mean, whatever floats your boat. But no, you're allowed to do what you're allowed to do, but you're a danger to your environment, your exponential growth, and the fact to unborn children that you might create through your irresponsible behavior. I mean, I can't tell you what to do, but I can explain to you truth or consequences. It's right up the road. Okay? Yeah, that way. Sorry. Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. It used to be Hot Springs. They had a show with Bob Barker and Art Linklater, I think. I can't remember. But they had a contest thing in whichever town was willing to change their name to Truth or Consequences. Well, it was just north of Las Cruces, New Mexico, where I was born. It used to be Hot Springs. Now it's Truth or Consequences. Do you understand me? Stop doing that. Abortion is not a form of birth control. Okay? It can be something, like I told you, I said, I'm not going to argue with the issue and I'm not going to force my reality on anyone. And if a girl is raped and wants to have an abortion, I'm not going to compound that rape by saying, you will have that baby right now. You were asking for it, Missy. You were walking in public. So it's something between them and God, but you need some better understandings of our relative infinite essence of existence and our oneness in relative relation and the truth or consequences. Is this understood? You guys don't like me? I really don't give a shit if a lot of self-righteous hypocrites, abusive, narcissistic, self-indulgent, irresponsible assholes don't like me, okay? I don't lose sleep over it, okay? You don't like me, I don't like you. We don't get along, there's good reason, okay? Do you understand? Thank you, okay? So if you think I'm an arrogant prick, check the mirror, check the mirror. Go ask yourself in the mirror, who's an arrogant prick? Look long and hard, okay? Ask yourself, who's the devil? Who's the Antichrist? Look in that mirror, long and hard. Get some answers to your questions. Do you understand? Okay. Then ask yourself, who is the anointed one? Look long and hard in that mirror. Rediscover the amazing grace in yourself. Stop being an accuser. Stop being an Antichrist. And stop being self-righteous, pretentious, boorish prick who forces their, quote, morals on other people. And stop being an irresponsible, narcissistic, moralist fuck who thinks they need to get fucked to get away from life for a while because it's so abusive, so extortive, so exploitative, because we worship all the shit that we make and worship nothing that God made. And that's the way it is, okay? I don't care if any of you like me, left or right or up the middle. If you're self-righteous, arrogant, pretentious punks who can't understand relativity and how everything is a fluid thing that you got to work through, you don't understand Solomon, you don't understand me. Take the baby out and cut it in half. Oh, no, 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 no. See, I was Solomon. I mean, I was like the good mother. But you guys, no, don't cut my baby in half. Don't cut my son in half. You gave the baby to the one who was Stephanie, who said, oh, cut him in half. I don't care. I just want money. I just did And then same with Amy. You took the baby. They said, cut my children in half. And you gave them to the one that said, oh, go ahead. We'll do whatever the courts decide. I won't challenge the courts. I won't challenge idolatrous law. I won't challenge people that lock out Mexicans and murder people for insurance and make money off of the medical industry by making people sick to make money off them. I won't sit there and, everything. I am the most amazing man I've ever met. So you really think I'm going to lose any sleep if you guys don't like me? Okay? Now, I sleep decently enough. I have dreams, you all connecting to me, telling me how crazy I am and how sane you are and how beautiful a world you've helped create. And if the world was the kind of world that you and Jesus tried to create, we'd all be living in hell. No, Fabre told me, and I believe him on that one. What's insane? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. You live that Lord's Prayer, give it a try. I bet you get different results. I bet you get better results. Stop exploitation, extortion. If it's math proof on debts and trespasses, practice it, learn it, live it, love it, and see how heavenly your world becomes. See how happy people get. See how their relationships are better. See how they evolve better. See how people are less overweight, less sadomasochistic tendencies, less abuse, less obesity, less jealousy, less coveting, less lying, less sloth, less abuse, less, vanity, less idolatry, less cruelty, less false witness. Math. Moses is like me, and we base our variables and principles on mathematics that are relevant and will work for the group. That's what worked for the group at that time. Then we thought we might have evolved a little bit. Then we came with the Lord's Prayer, then so on, so on, so forth. And now we've digressed and backstepped, and now it's get your backside asses to evolve rapidly so we can save ourselves from our irrational, stupid selves. You understand me? You got that, atheist? You got that, religious people? You got that, idol worshippers? You got that, you heathens and hypocrites? It's me. Oh, I'm him. Sweet little Jesus boy, we didn't know who you were. That's bullshit. They knew exactly who I was. They were following me, and they were trying to make me look like I was some kind of cult leader pervert who was a cult of personality who manipulated people with forms of savant mind control mechanisms through pair networks set up to mass control the masses so I could get them to do what I wanted them to do. When God's will is free will, can't you motherfuckers read? No, because you're the one that you said I was, and I'm the one that you think you are. We didn't know who you were. You didn't, because you thought I was you, and you thought you were me. So, technically the song is right. Alright? God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing ye dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on a summer's day or evening. It was a night. Stars were out. Mom followed the Star of David up to Las Cruces to save us all from Satan's power when we had gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings and comfort and joy. Oh, come all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to the city of the crosses. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Oh, come let us adore us, 'cause he is the one who adores us. He showed us the grace of God inside us. Christ the Lord. He lives through me. I don't take credit for anything I did. Without him before me, I would be nothing. Without Adam, Moses, Muhammad, Hele, Jesus, John, and the rest, I would just be like the rest of you. So all the power and all the glory goes to God and my faith in God. Job and Jonah and the rest. I'm just like them. You all talk for them. I talk like them. We're judged by our deed, not by theirs. Alright? I love you guys, man. Hang in there, okay? It's alright. I'm not arrogant. No. I'm completely humble. They've abused the hell out of me. I don't have anything left but my faith and my ability to talk you out of mass murdering each other over irrational insanity. Same way Jesus did. I'm just like him. Alright? Blessings and peace, man. Hang in there, alright? I am. I'm hanging, dude. Blessings and peace.